In this video, we are going to talk about everything you need to know about Kenya. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Kenya's geography. Kenya is a place that many people have never visited, but there's a high chance you've seen photographs of the country. Kenya's savanna has gained widespread recognition as a result of films, television series, literature, and even ads broadcast on television. A landscape that many people identify with Africa when they think of the continent is the Serengeti Desert. Kenya is a country in the East African area that was founded in 1884. The country's geography changes considerably from a low coastal plain on the Indian Ocean to mountains and plateaus, areas of level high ground, in the center, where it rises dramatically. In Kenya's highlands, the majority of the population lives at an elevation of 1,700 meters above sea level. Nairobi, the country's capital, is located at an elevation of 1,700 meters above sea level. From Nairobi, the land dips to the Great Rift Valley, a 6,400-kilometer-long crack in the Earth's crust that stretches from west to east and is the world's longest. These northern Kenyan deserts contain the lush green waters of the world-renowned Lake Turkana, which may be found within this valley. Kenyan people and culture. Kenyans speak more than 60 different languages, and the country is divided into more than 40 ethnic groups, according to the United Nations. Everyone there speaks more than one African language, and many of them are fluent in both English and their native tongue. In Kenya, despite the fact that school is free, many children are unable to attend due to a lack of available time. For example, they provide for their families by cultivating their land, caring for their animals, cooking and procuring water, among other activities. The importance of music and storytelling in Kenyan culture is a distinguishing feature of the country's culture. For thousands of years, tribes all throughout the country have used songs, stories, and poetry to pass on their beliefs, history, and practices to future generations, and this tradition continues today. Kenya's nature. Millions of visitors flock to Kenya each year, drawn by its untamed savanna and the animals that reside there, including elephants, lions, cheetahs, giraffes, zebras, hippos, rhinos, and a variety of other creatures. Approximately 50 reserves and parks have been established by the Kenyan government to safeguard these species. Visitors looking to witness some of Africa's most beautiful wildlife flock to Kenya's lowland grassland in large numbers. Among Kenya's ecosystems, there are deserts, marshes, mountains, and woods, to name a few examples. There is a distinct assortment of plants and animals in each site, each of which has been adapted to the particular requirements of the location. Kenya's highland forests are home to a diverse range of animals that can't be found anyplace else in the world, including those that are endemic to the country. Kenyan government and economy. Kenya was a British colony from 1920 to 1963, when it was annexed by the United Nations. In the years since its independence, it has been a republic, with a president, a national assembly, known as the Bunge, and a judicial system, among other things. In celebration of its Independence Day, also known as Jamhuri Day, the country holds parades, political speeches, and a feast on December 12 every year. Kenyan history. As a result of Kenya's geographic location between the Indian Ocean and Lake Victoria, people from all across Africa and the Middle East have traveled and traded across the country for hundreds of years. This has resulted in a culturally diversified society with a wide range of ethnic groups and languages. As an aside, scientists believe that northern Kenya and Tanzania may have been the origination site of human beings. Discoveries in Kenya's Turkana Basin have resulted in the discovery of the remains of one of the earliest human predecessors yet unearthed. Slavery has played a significant role in Kenya's history. Kenyans were abducted and sold into slavery by Arabs, Europeans, and Americans during the 16th and 17th centuries of the 16th century. Most countries had abolished slavery by the mid-19th century, but thousands of Kenyans and other people from East Africa had already been transported to countries all over the world during that time period. Here are 10 facts that will get you keen for Kenya. So let's start. Number 10. Close encounters with the Big Five. The Big Five was originally used by game hunters to describe Africa's hardest animals to hunt. These days, laws have been introduced in most African countries to protect the African lion, African elephant, Cape buffalo, black and white species of rhinoceros, and the African leopard. Number 9. Kenya has a ban on single-use plastics. Kenya has taken the lead on the environmental issue of prohibiting single-use plastics, which has become a global trend. Plastic bags, drink bottles, and straws are among the items that are prohibited. When you arrive at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, your luggage is X-rayed and may also be subjected to a manual search. If you are found to be in possession of single-use plastics, you may face a fine. I recommend that you use reusable mesh bags for packing that are convenient. Number 8. Carefully check your safari itinerary. Our safari consisted of 4 parks: Amboseli, Aberdare, Lake Nakuru, and the Masai Mara, which we visited over the course of 6 days. As a result, we spent numerous days in the car for 6 to 8 hours just to get from one park to another, which was far too much traveling for us. It is recommended that you visit 2 parks in a 6-day safari and stay in each for 2 to 3 days. I would recommend 2 of the 4 establishments that we visited. These are the locations where we encountered the greatest number of animals. My first choice is Sarova Mara Game Camp in the Masai Mara Game Reserve, which is located in northern Kenya. There are 73 tents on the grounds, as well as a restaurant, a large bar and lounge, a swimming pool, and a fantastic gift shop. The cuisine is very delicious. The Ark at Aberdare National Park, which overlooks a waterhole and Salt Lick, is my second recommended location. This site, of course, attracts a large number of animals to the area. 4 viewing places and many lounges are available on the Ark for the best possible viewing experience. If you want it, the night guard will notify you of any unexpected animal sightings. Number 7. Plan for your vaccinations and anti-malaria pills. Check with your healthcare physician for immunization recommendations at least 8 weeks before your travel date to ensure that you are adequately protected. Based on my age and travel destination, my healthcare provider suggested 6 immunizations. Typhoid fever, yellow fever, and meningitis vaccinations were required in Kenya because of the country's high incidence of these diseases. Number 6. Best times to visit Kenya on safari. Kenya's rich diversity of plants and wildlife is owing in part to the fact that it has 2 wet seasons every year, which allows for more time for growth. Although safaris are available all year, the ideal time to see wildlife is during the dry winter months of June through August, and the warm summer months of September through mid-November, when the weather is pleasant. Short rains begin at the end of November and continue through December. Some roads may become impassable during the long rains that occur from March through May. Number 5. Plan for protection against insects. It would be best if you plan to deal with insects and bugs. Bring insect repellent and use it often. At night, always use the netting around your bed. Several of my friends also purchased mosquito jackets. It is also recommended that you wear long sleeves and long pants for protection against mosquitoes. Number 4. Safety tip on safari. One key piece of advice is to never leave the safari vehicle unless you are accompanied by armed security. If your hat flies away while driving in an open vehicle, kiss the hat goodbye and go on. As a result, make sure that your sun hat has an adjustable drawstring so that it may be worn comfortably on your head. Number 3. Where not to take photos. Do not take any photos of government or military buildings. At the least, you may have your camera confiscated, and you could be detained and questioned. Number 2. You might need portable power source for medical equipment. A safari camp where we stayed turned off the electricity for 4 to 6 hours every night, which we found to be really convenient. There was a flashlight in each tent, but power can be crucial for medical equipment such as CPAP machines, which were present in each campsite. Bringing a portable battery is something you might want to think about. Number 1. Pack light and amp, plan your clothing. In addition to the fact that there will be between 6 and 8 additional people in the vehicle, the safari vans have extremely little luggage room. The safari requires a weekend bag or a carry-on bag, so bring one with you. If you plan to extend your stay, Make sure to speak with the safari company about having your larger bags secured for you. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.